Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Zoe, but most people know me as ZA Reptiles, and today I'm going to show you how I put together this really inexpensive, really easy to build outdoor tortoise yard for my Sulcata tortoise, Lemon. Do you want to go Home Depot? Go Home Depot? We have our little training pouch, training treats. But I'm also throwing a Reptile Inc. dog treat in there because it's a high value treat for her. So I like to bring those and then I just kind of break them into small pieces. Oh, you're in a heel? Oh, good girl. You ready to go? All right, let's go. Use one of these for a water dish for that price. Pretty good. Yeah, black, brown, terracotta. I think we're gonna go with the brown. Thank you. It's been a couple days since we set up the tortoise pen, but I still need to deck it out. I don't want her to be bored because then she'll be encouraged to dig. So I want to make sure it is full and fun. So the other day when we came to get supplies like the wood and whatnot, I did get a couple plants. So before we came to Home Depot, I watched a video from Garden State Tortoise going through all of his favorite plants to use in tortoise pens. So I did get a grass and I got a hosta. But we're gonna see what else I can find today to spruce up the tortoise pen. And we also need to find some sort of hide to give her some shade. So I really want some rosemary or thyme because I said those are ones that they can have, but like they won't eat, so it just looks nice without worrying about the tortoises destroying it. Another one is lavender, but I don't know. Oh, look at that, lavender. Do I want to pay $15 for lavender though? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So I found lemon thyme, German thyme. Those are the two. I don't know what the difference is if one's safe and one's not. I guess it's time to check the tortoise table. Okay, so one thyme is toxic and one isn't, so we're just gonna forget the thyme. I found rosemary and it's only $5.98, so we're definitely gonna get some rosemary. Oh, and there's some smaller lavenders. Look at that. Okay. Ooh, this rosemary is a little bit bigger for $10. Maybe we'll get one of those. Or do I just get a rosemary and a lavender and like place them in a corner? We'll do that. Geraniums are also a full sun flower. That's good for tortoises, so I might get a geranium because she's in full sun. So I got a maiden grass. I got one last time, but I love the grassy look. It just reminds me of Africa, so I had to get another one. So I wanted to get some knockout roses, and I finally found them, but I don't want to pay $27. I'm not there yet. I'd like to get her some flowers. I haven't quite found flowers that I like that are also tortoise safe, so we might just stick with our bushy plants for now. Alright, so here's the outdoor yard. Ignore the dead spot, that's where the water dish was. We planted her flowers. So we've got the two maidenhair grasses. We've got a hosta. We have the lavender and the rosemary. I think I did that right. And Billy's contribution, he wanted to add a stick. So originally I needed to do something for shade, but by adding the other outdoor enclosure, it actually created some shade, which works out perfectly. With that being said, it's time to introduce Lemon to her outdoor enclosure. So this is Lemon inside of her 8x8 outdoor setup. As you can see, she's still pretty small. Compared to my hand, she's still pretty small. So this space is quite big for her. But I liked this method with the cement blocks and the wood because I can easily expand it and grow it over time if she does get drastically bigger. But I'm hoping that these grasses do really well and get bigger so they can be like a nice bush to hide in. Same with the hosta. And then the lavender and the rosemary I added in as a way to try to deter bugs to see if that works. And then of course we've got our water for her. Right now I'm not worried about her digging, but I'm also not leaving her out here permanently. This is like if it's nice outside, I'll put her out. I do live in New York. I live on the edge of the woods. So I'm not keeping her out here. So she is for the most part supervised. I might go inside for a little bit here and there and come back out to check on her. But I'm not really worried about her digging under. Part of why I added lots of plants to make there be like lots of things to do out here so she doesn't get bored and try to dig. I also went with the wood so she can't see out, and it's tall enough that she can't see out. So she's not going to try to climb out and she can't really see what's going on, so maybe she won't try to dig. If she does start to dig, I do have some ideas like burying this down a little bit or digging down and putting like bricks in. Things I can do if she starts to dig. But we live in New York. She's going to get to use this like 3 months out of the year, 4 if we're lucky. So I'm not worried about doing a whole heck of a lot. I'm expecting this to be the majority of what she does all day. And currently there is a lot of it out here. So if she happens to eat it all and then gets bored, we'll talk. But for now, I think she's going to have her hands full with plenty to do. So obviously I jumped through the building part because we had to take it apart and reset it up like 3 times in different areas trying to find the flattest part of the yard. So let me give you a quick rundown on how this works. So we took 2 of these garden planter things. They're about 6 inches each. And then all you do is get like a 12-inch piece of wood and you literally just slide it in. That is it. We got this rebar just to sink into the ground to hold these in place and like really make sure they're not going anywhere. But I could have done without the rebar, but we were being extra safe. And that's literally it. Did that in all 4 corners, and that's how we built the tortoise yard. Okay, so now I'm going to go through all of the materials that I used and the cost of them. I'll put the cost on the screen because off the top of my head, I don't remember what I paid, so I'm going to have to go look up those prices. But I will put the cost of everything on the screen so you can see the total that I spent. I am going to include the plants as well because that was part of my cost. Obviously, you don't have to buy plants. You don't have to buy 4 plants. You don't have to buy any plants if you don't want to, but because it's what I spent, I'm going to include the plants so you can see my total for the tortoise yard that I built. So I got 2 of the 2 by 12 by 16 boards. I don't know if I said that in the right order. And then I had them cut in half, so they're both 8 feet long. What I really wanted to get was 2 12s and then 10s, but my Home Depot didn't have 10s, so I just got the 2 16s and cut them in half because, like I said, she's still pretty small. And then I got I forget what they're called, but they're like garden blocks or something. So you'll find them in like the garden section, and they're super cool because you can just slide the wood right in. So I got 2 because they're about 6 inches tall each. So I got 2 to hold the 12-inch board. And then we just got these like little, I forget what they're called, but like the little wooden or the little metal poles to put in just to really make sure that the stones were secure and not going to tip over and go places. And then I got this planter dish for water. We've got a hosta, the rosemary. I got 2 of those grasses. So that creates a grand total of, and make sure you're watching the video so you can see the grand total on the screen, because off the top of my head, I don't know what that is, so I'm actually going inside to look at receipts to calculate it. So I'm going to put it right here. But yeah, that is my quick and easy, inexpensive outdoor tortoise yard that you can change and grow as they get bigger. So I can take this side out, get some more of these corner blocks and extend it, or bring it out this way and just make it bigger as she grows. So that is the outdoor tortoise yard. As always, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you for the next video. Bye!